Look at this physique. The visible muscle definition suggests peak condition, but the cardiovascular environment underneath might tell a different story. The modern fitness industry pushes a specific dietary requirement. To build muscle, you have to eat large portions of animal muscle. Lean beef, chicken breasts, and whey protein shakes sit at the undeniable center of the plate. You see this constantly in high-intensity CrossFit gyms. The members are remarkably athletic, frequently lifting heavy weights and moving fast. Many strictly adhere to the meat-heavy paleo diet to fuel their training and sculpt their bodies. Treating the human body like a simple meat-building machine is a critical oversight. While the exterior looks ready for a fitness magazine cover, a diet dominated by animal protein can facilitate silent damage within the arteries. Health advocate and stroke survivor Richard Min wanted to look past the gym mirrors and test this protein obsession against clinical medical literature. This chart compares the outward fitness of a group of 27 CrossFit athletes against their baseline blood work. Despite their low body fat, 6 had hypertensive blood pressure, and 5 had high fasting glucose, placing them in the pre-diabetic range. 14 of these highly active people also tested for elevated LDL cholesterol. Clinical research identifies high LDL as a primary indicator for all-cause mortality, tracking with long-term outcomes like heart disease and dementia. Chronic metabolic issues lead directly toward the clinical environment of an intensive care unit. Heart attacks and strokes are the documented results of cardiovascular strain. You can do 100 burpees and lift heavy weights, but that doesn't change blood chemistry. High-intensity exercise offers no biological immunity against internal damage fueled by a diet built around meat. Miguel Ramos, a member of that exact CrossFit gym, managed to put his own autoimmune disease into remission by overhauling his nutrition. He challenged 27 of his fellow athletes to a 5-week experiment: transition entirely to a whole food, plant-based Mediterranean diet. The rules of the transition were simple. They dropped the beef, ditched the whey powder, and stopped counting macros. In their place, the athletes consumed a variety of beans, lentils, whole grains, and fresh vegetables. This dietary shift corrects a popular myth. Anthropologists note that ancient human ancestors were far more often eating tubers, wild plants, and honey than they were successfully hunting large game. Miguel provided the gym members with a simplified food pyramid. The words protein and carbohydrate are entirely missing. It simply encourages eating an unrestricted abundance of whole, natural foods at the base. Preventative nutrition does not require starvation or strict caloric restriction. By improving the biological quality of our fuel, internal markers begin to shift. The athletes initially worried the food would be bland or inedible. Within days, they realized dishes like roasted red pepper pasta and hearty lentil stews tasted better than their standard, repetitive chicken and rice meal preps. The physiological changes hit quickly. Participants reported a noticeable surge in their daily energy levels, feeling alert and capable even on nights where they didn't get enough sleep. Their athletic recovery accelerated. Several members noted that persistent issues, like chronic joint swelling or a knee that constantly ached after skiing, simply vanished. Whole plants are packed with phytonutrients that can help reduce systemic inflammation. When that constant inflammatory burden is lifted, the human body is better equipped to heal accumulated athletic wear and tear. Plant-based eating protects long-term health, but it also optimizes day-to-day athletic performance and recovery more effectively than the standard gym diet. This graph charts the group's lipid levels over the 35-day course. The participants saw significant drops in LDL cholesterol, with some individuals dropping nearly 100 points, moving from high-risk categories into the healthy range. Fasting glucose levels followed a similar trend. Every individual who began the class with high blood sugar saw their numbers drop. By week 5, 0 participants remained in the pre-diabetic range. Based on these combined improvements in blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol, Miguel's data suggested a significant downward shift in the group's collective risk score. By calculating these changes, the group effectively lowered the statistical probability of a future heart attack or stroke. While a 5-week study is limited, these results indicate how quickly metabolic health can respond to a change in what sits at the center of the dinner plate. This local success aligns with the global clinical consensus. Richard Min's research points to over 17,000 doctors and major medical institutions actively advocating for a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Leading nutritional science experts confirm that populations with the lowest healthcare costs and the longest lifespans globally eat diets anchored in plants, not meat. Yet many fitness influencers and supplement companies continue to prioritize a protein-first narrative. They ignore clinical data to sell products, much like the medical negligence that once allowed for the promotion of smoking. We have to stop confusing an aesthetically pleasing exterior with a functionally clean, disease-free interior. You can build large muscles, but if your arteries are inflamed and clogged, you are not healthy. Looking fit on the outside naturally takes care of itself when you fix the inside. Ditch the gym bro science, follow the clinical evidence, and fuel your body with a whole food, plant-based diet.